Well, 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 my little tubers, another day, another dollar, another Dominaria United draft for now. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. We will jump into our pick one, pack one, where yeah, there's that thing there. You're not going to pass it. If you want to draft correctly, you just take the best card every time. Wingmantle Chaplain, clearly the best card here. Scrutiny's great. Cult's Conscripts is good. Tory's fine. Root Wall is good. Plan here is to take the Chaplain and wheel the drawbridge. Had a pretty good day on stream today. We speed rushed to Mythic at the beginning of the season here. So yeah, we're going to second pick this Shield Wall Sentinel now. So we placed into, I think, rank 9 Mythic, and then peaked at number 2 today. Let's see if we can get a couple wins with this deck and maybe get back down. I don't know if we can overtake number 1 unless I go like 7-0, but currently we're number 8. Yeah, you'll be seeing this maybe a week after it's recorded, just because I'm getting a bunch of videos uploaded as I'll be in Iceland for like 10 days. Mentioned a few times in a couple videos now, but I might be in Iceland when this video goes live. Let's see. It'll be pretty close. But I've been invited out to a couple of the LGSs in Iceland, so I might check 1 or 2 of those out while I'm there. I'll do a post. I think this will probably go live the day I get there, or maybe the day before. So I'll do a post on YouTube the day of, and maybe we can do some drafting or whatnot at some Icelandic LGS. Anyways, third pick Wrath. That is a great sign here for us. Something March, very good. Barricade, very good. But yeah, we got to take the Wrath. Wrath just draws you a bunch of cards and then pumps up the birdies as you go along. Fourth pick, Extinguish the Light, Contaminated Aquifer, Impulse is good. I do want to be playing black for Blight Piles if we can, excuse me, if we can get them, but the Barricades as well. So I'm wondering if I want to take the Extinguish here over taking the Aquifer. The Aquifer is going to be a safer pickup for sure. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make sure we get the Fixing. This is a pretty darn good start. I'm a little bit sad I have passed all these impulses now, but that should be okay. I think oftentimes in the Defender deck, you should be going up to like 18 lands as we get another Shield Wall Sentinel here. Because not only do you want to get to 4 mana every single time on turn 4, but frequently enough, you want to get to like 6, 7, 8 mana, right? So you can go Shield Wall Sentinel and then play another 4-drop wall that you've tutored for. I found anyways. Passing Stall for time, Tributary. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. Destroy Evil, my biggest regret here being passed, but now getting a 6, or what is this? Yeah, 6 pick. Colony goes right online with what we're planning on doing, of course. Okay, third Shield Walled Sentinel versus the Barricade now. There's also Impulse and Shore Up, both good. It could be that the Barricade is better than the Sentinel number 3. I kind of like doing that. And then, of course, then the Impulse again, I'm passing. Prophecy's good as well here. I don't mind Shoulder's Restoration, but I think if we just pick up like an Urborg Repossession, we'd rather do that. Drawbridge Wield. So did the Cult Conscript. But yeah, we'll take the Drawbridge. I've actually come to like this card quite a bit in the Defender deck. It just gives you some extra stuff to do with your mana. It's a nice wheel as well. Little Espionage. So it looks like we're going to try to be baseline, maybe blue-white with a splash of black walls, but could just be straight up Esper as well. There was an idyllic beachfront that was going around, but I don't know. It doesn't look like we're going to wheel that. Negate's okay. Very good first pack. In fact, we don't have a non-playable yet. It wouldn't be surprising if every single one of these cards made the end deck, the final 40. Maybe our first brick. I don't think we'll be playing the Tide Turner. It's not terrible, it's just not good enough. I think Chaplain is the biggest grown test card in this format, just because it is uncommon, and I'll be the first to admit it's not that fun to play against. But unlike a lot of other formats, if this is like the one card, you know, that you don't like to play against, or that at least is the biggest grown test in the format, then I think the format overall is pretty good. I have an Extinguish here, or an Impulse. We're going to wield the Drawbridge and the Barricade, so I don't need to take those. I'm concerned about the double black, but I don't want to pass too much removal. I guess it could always be that we splash a little bit of white and go heavier blue-black. Oh, here we go again. It's early enough to take the Vesuvan Duplimancy if I wanted to, but we have some really good pickups otherwise. Phyrexian Missionary, insane here, so is Sunlit Marsh. I've done the Duplimancy deck now a number of times, so I'm okay passing it, but if I wanted to go for quote-unquote fun, I could definitely take it here. But actually not too long ago, depending on when the videos get put up, pretty sure I just had a Duplimancy plus Wingmantle Chaplain deck, so Missionary it is for us. Scatter versus Repossession. Okay, let's make sure we get that Repossession. I'm going to want to pick up a little green fixing for this, but I want to make sure we get one of those. Okay, I guess we take a second. There goes a Tatiova, Shore Up, Fine Wall. Walking Bulwark. Ooh, Academy Wall, Tangled Islet, Walking Bulwark. Yeah, all of these are really good too. I mean, the Tangled is so nice because with 2 repossessions, I definitely want to pick up some green mana, so I think we're going to do that here. And yeah, I want to take Choking, but I think we have to take the Idyllic. Again, just a little bit too good. If my mana's good and I can cast my spells, that's going to win more games, you know? So, that seems to make the most sense to me. Pretty equal colors now. Yeah, 4, 4, 6. So what are we looking for? Unlike Pack 1, I'm not sure I've seen a Shield Wall Sentinel here in Pack 2. Pack 1 we saw, what, 3 Sentinels? I guess it's my removal that's pretty weak right now. I just have the Extinguish. So we get an Impulse versus a Soul Tender. Soul Tender is really good here too. Especially with the double repossession. I think I like the Impulse just a little bit more, but definitely some merit to having taken the Soul Herder there instead. This is the style of deck that I'm not going to mind playing like a mana worker if we get one. It's just a random creature that blocks early and can fix for our tricolor deck currently, or maybe even quad color, I guess the Urborgs. Wow. Wow. 8th pick, Ellis Ilkor. And I would love to take Tangled and Crystal Grotto here, but this is just a little bit too powerful to pass up. Very good. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, this is coming together. I think Tribute to Urborg, Destroy Evil, those type of things are probably our biggest grabs right now. Let's take the Soul Tender over the 3rd Barricade. Another Shadow Prophecy. I don't think we want to be running 2 of these. We already have an Espionage anyway. Don't see us playing Drake. I'm actually a little bit tempted to play the Connoisseur as another win con here. And the reason is, with all the birds that you can chump around, the Connoisseur can get pretty large. Tablet as bad fixing is a possibility. Alright, and one more pack to go. Decent pack 2, was not good as pack 1. We got another Wrath here. Instant and sorcery count is 7. I think we'll just play it safe. As good as Wrath is, I'd rather just take the Aquifer here and have some better mana once more. Maybe if Wrath was a removal spell, we would take that instead. I mean, there is a Lightning Strike here, but that's not obviously something we're interested in. Yeah. Let's go with the blue-black land. Pass the Wrath, no big deal. There's a Destroy Evil. Perfect. We were on the lookout for that. One of the nicest things about Destroy Evil is that if your opponent exiles the Chaplain with, you know, Arrest or Prayer of Binding or whatever, a lot of the times the Defender deck doesn't have a way to get rid of that enchantment, and so you're just stuck without a way to, like, recur your Chaplain, you know? So Destroy Evil does some work there, in addition just to killing a fat creature, of course. Another solid pack here. We have the 3rd Shield Wall Sentinel, first Bone Splinters, and then a green Fixer for Repossession. If I didn't already have Tangled, I think the Haunted Mire would get the nod here. I want to go with Bone Splinters because we're lacking in the removal department. I'm going to take Bone Splinters and hope that the Shield Wall Sentinel wheels. Okay, well, we might just get another one here instead. Vohar's fantastic, and so is Rager. But in this deck, this just makes more sense, right? Shield Wall Sentinel, if you don't have Chaplain in your hand, is a Chaplain in your hand, so. Esper Defenders, pretty good looking right now. There's an Arrest for us, Academy Wall, and a Salvaged Mana Worker. Hard to pass removal, I think. Although Academy Wall is pretty tempting, but there was one that wheeled in pack 1, so hopefully we can do that again here in pack 3. Are there any cuts I would make right now? I mean, I guess the Sengir Connoisseur is not that important. Cavaliers are just good, and they've been going around, but I don't know if we want those. We might sooner play Vivisector, but yeah, Cavalier's just a better card. Another Sentinel, another Drawbridge. 4th Sentinel or 2nd Drawbridge? Honestly, kind of an interesting decision here. You know what? I just realized we're not really playing blue, are we? We could, like, splash Wrath and Coral Colony. I'll just take another Shield Wall. So many Cavaliers going around. I'm going to take the Mana Worker here. I mentioned how I might want to play one if we got one, so let's do that. Late Captain's Call, but... yeah, that looks better to me. Black-White Defenders splashing Wrath and Coral Colony. We could even run, say, Horse, or Captain's Call, or Cavalier, just good cards. And there should be 1 or 2 cards that we can end up wheeling, right? I believe there are. Yep, there's one of them. That's our 5th Shield Wall Sentinel. There have been some comments that question how I'm able to run more than 4 of a card. So in any limited environment, draft and sealed, you can play as many of a card as you pick up. So if in draft you pick up 5 Shield Wall Sentinels, for example, you are able to run every single one of them. Alright, let's figure out this mana and figure out this deck. I'm not sure if 5 Shield Wall Sentinels are completely necessary. I guess with 2 Repossession... no, we want to keep all the Soul Tenders. Or the Soul Tender. I mean, I could run 17 lands. I could also just cut the Connoisseur. But I think this is a legitimate win con in the Defender deck. What are we losing out on here? Cavalier would be good filler. Captain's Call would be good filler. Horse would be good filler. But I think this is a good core. Baseline, black-white, splashing 2 blue cards. Yeah, seems good. I'll probably end up running like one forest in this deck. Maybe. We'll find out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually don't need that much white. Blue, we need... This is 4. Yeah, maybe 1 island. Black is where we need our most, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And even that, we don't need that much. I wonder if I have enough card draw to not necessitate running a forest for repossession. But it seems like it'll probably be worth running one forest. Or I could try to get the second mana worker in. And just go all in on the chaplains. I kind of dig that, actually. Gosh, I almost want to run 18 lands in this deck. Six, 7, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we don't need an island. Probably don't need an island, actually. 4 blue sources there. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut the connoisseur, oops, and run the second mana worker, I think. Let's do that. I am tempted to run 18 lands. We have 7 4-drops. Do I have too much recursion? Is that a thing? We have Soul Tender, Missionary, and 2 repossessions. I guess that's not really a thing, but that is quite a bit of recursion. Okay, I'm down for this. I'll try 17 lands. I mean, there's not really that much of a difference between 16 and 17 or 17 and 18, but like I said, when this deck wants to get to 4 lands on curve every single time... You know what? I'm going to talk myself into running 18 lands. But don't do this at home, kids. I'm not going to take out a card. I'm just going to add it as the 41st card. 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. Don't try this at home. Alright, off to round 1. Oh, we lost 1 rank in deck building. You see that? We went from 8 to 9 during deck building. Alright, whatever. Let's go. Okay, on to round number 1 here. Look at that hand. That is some nice mana, I have to say. Wait, is that all of our tap lands? Holy crap. We have all 4 tap lands in our hand? Oh, maybe I have 5 in the deck. Okay, we can play Pilgrim here on turn 2 since we drew another untapped land. Lightning Strike the Ellis, you got it. Rootwalla. Ah, but they're missing land. Now that I've drawn Repossession, I actually love running this Missionary out on turn 3. Because if they kill this, then I'll have 2 targets in the graveyard. Okay. Unfortunate for the opponent, they're just missing lands now. Alright, well, let's go grab the Chaplain. This might be over in a flash. Happy to trade, if offered. Sure, so I'll take 1 damage in essence. Oh, but they're still missing land drops. Kind of lame for them. I could also chump with the chaplain since we have repossession in our hand, but we want to get the barricade down first, I think. Alright, now this is a non-game. Pretty stupid. Opponent's just stuck on 2 lands here. We can sack our chaplain end of turn. Yoja declares war! This is a sweet card, but man, I don't, like... It's so hard to make it do anything. They have to be highly suspicious if we're sacking our chaplain. Let's grab back the missionary for extra value later on. Well, this is what it feels like to, what do you call it? Goldfish with the defender deck. Jeez, and the other one too. What they could potentially find eventually is like 4th land for Elder Dragon War, I guess, to deal 2 to everything. Alright, well, this game's just over then. Not much to say. This is funny. I guess they could have Smash to Dust or whatever it's called. Well, that ain't it. Alright, GG's. Well, lame game there, but we got to do the defender thing while the opponent was stuck on mana, so I guess that's a yay, if you can call it that. And on to the next. Alrighty, on to game number 2. Yeah, this hand's keepable on the draw. Mana Worker can fix us for a little white. Barricade with any land. Yeah, this is a fine hand. A fine hand indeed. And we'll go ahead and just lead on Ellis. Start getting life if they don't have a removal spell. Ho ho ho. Now the real question is, will we find our 4th land next turn? About 50% to find a land, although we do have, what, 4 or 5 tap lands. Hey, that's beautiful. Free attack with Ellis since it's got Death Touch. And I think we'll just go ahead and go grab the Chaplain right now. No need to destroy Evil or Bone Splinters the Urg, even though it would be good for stopping them scrying in essence, but I think we want to just get the pressure online as quickly as possible. Ooh, they milled the Sentry. It's a little bit surprising. That would stop the birdies. Picked Prodigy. Okay. We just want to find some lands still. Lands and Urborg Repossession. Because our only fear right now is going to be like a Wrath effect. Since we have so much good removal in hand, we don't have to worry about too many creatures. Oh, yeah, there it is. So they will lose a bunch of life here. But they do kill all of my birds. I mean, that's fine. We just need to find any of our recursion. Okay, I'll take 1 damage instead of blocking with the barricade. Let's keep chaining. I'm gonna go ahead and actually Bone Splinters their Urg here as well. The Urg would become problematic later on, and it's helping them filter their draws, so I think that makes sense to deal with it. Alright, so this turn I will force some action. Unlike last turn, they only had, unlike last turn where they only had 2 mana available to do a trick. Or rather, they didn't have many cards. Yeah, they didn't have much mana, so hopefully this stops them from casting a spell this turn, if that makes sense. Eats up more of their mana when they have more mana. Although, obviously Might was not a bunch of mana. Could have also just taken 3, but that was good. They didn't do anything, so not quite sure what that means, but we'll take it. Maybe they have a scatter now? Or are they going to kill my chaplain? Sure. It's fine. Let's just keep grabbing Shield Wall Sentinels, though. And the reason for that is to thin out the deck. We can afford to take a couple hits for 3 from the Prodigy. And maybe I shouldn't have blocked with Barricade. Or I could have just blocked with the Barricade, but by blocking with the 2 creatures the previous turn, I did force action. Alright, that looks like a decent target for an Extinguish. Go ahead and grab another Shield Wall. And then the turn after, we can grab Barricade and start sacking for extra cards. I'm going to hold up the Destroy Evil this turn. Though I guess I could have played out the Mana Worker technically. I'm going to go ahead and take a hit for 8. Maybe this was a little bit awkward. Yeah, that's fine. 14. Silverback Elder, nice. Only 1 card left in their hand, though. Oh, that's good, too. That's very good. Build a land, and an arrest. Okay, I'm gonna just pass here and not play out another Shield Wall Sentinel. Hold up the Extinguish this turn. We have a good block now that we have the Soul Tender online. And if they try to force through with the trick, we can extinguish them in response. Like, they might not even want to attack anymore because I have the Soul Tender. Oh, they have a repossession too? Boo. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Nothing? No attacks. Oh, nothing. Okay, we'll hold the extinguish then. I'm in no rush. In fact, I could even attack with my Soul Tender if I wanted to. Alright, go grab the second barricade. And again, just pass, holding up extinguish. So they do have full domain. Okay, attack for another one. Oh! I did not mean to attack with Soul Tender there, but I guess it's fine. If they block, I get my Chaplain back anyway. And they can't just take that. Actually, as much as I wasn't planning on attacking with Soul Tender, it actually makes sense. Doesn't it? It trades with either of their creatures still. And we get to bring back Chaplain. Inadvertently genius. Alright, 4 more birdies. They might have another Wrath effect, but this is a pretty easy triple... Well, I guess we want to block like this. That way if they kill one of the Shield Wall Sentinels, I still kill the bird. Sorry, kill the Brawler. And this is 10 toughness, so if they have another guy as might, I don't take any trample damage. Sure. 10 power trampler. I take no damage. I like that. Okay. No problem. They're dead in 2 turns in the air. 1 card in their hand. We go barricade. Drawbridge. Pass. Assume we win? Okay, your creatures have menace. Sure. Alrighty, let's go! Back to number 4. Ah, Chaplain is so oppressive. They did have choking, but they didn't deal with all of the threats, and so we were just able to slowly rebuild. 2-0. GG number 3. Whoa. Okay. Keep? This is probably a hand where running out Missionary on turn 2 makes sense. Just because I don't see us... Well, I mean... We'll see what we draw. Fine. We really need to find a 4th land on turn 4, though. We do have 18 lands total. Can we find one? Oh, I can cast that off the Mana Worker. Funny. Really want to draw land next turn. Come on. Give me the land. That is a-okay by me. Come on. Land, 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 land. Everybody think land. Tap land is acceptable, but ideally untapped. That's fine too. Untap land here, please. Okay, well, we drew the chaplain though, so... Opponent also missed a land drop. Alright. It is time. Again, I think you could have ran out the missionary a little bit earlier, but I'm glad we held on to it now. So we'll take a hit for 3 here, because they can enlist the Cavalier. Yeah, we're just hoping to draw lands. With 3 Shield Wall Sentinels in our hand, lands are ideal. Yep, that's fine by me. We can now kick the missionary and just buy it back. Land, please. Because if we can draw a 5th land, eventually, presumably we're just going to go Chaplain next turn, right? And then the turn after we can go Shield Wall Sentinel plus tutor up the drawbridge, play the drawbridge. Perfect. They attack with Outrider. Do I want to triple block with my creatures that have power? Probably not yet. I think we're okay just either taking the 4 or chumping with one of the birds. Ah. Well, in this case, I'm expecting a, what, charge? That they cannot kick. In which case, let's put 2 here and 1 here. Could also be Warlord's Frenzy or whatever it's called, but... What you got? I mean, they could have any trick. It doesn't have to be a mass pump effect. Like, they might just let this happen, eat both birds, and then play something else. Well, if they're ordering the missionary first, then they're doing something for sure. Oh, hey, thank you. Hey, gain me a little bit extra life, but they do kill both birds as a result. Abu's fine, okay. Let's make that play I was talking about. Shield Wall Sentinel for the drawbridge. Rebuild our board. Only 2 cards left in their hand. So if Kavu attacks, I think we triple block with Sentinel and both birdies. All of them again? Well, I guess they have the charge. All right. No, we wanna force it out. So this will be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 damage? Yeah. If I don't put the bird on the Outrider... Actually, they still don't even need to do it if they don't want to. Oh. I see. That's fine. Sure. Joke is on them. The demoralization starts. Remember, we have 2 more ways to get back Chaplain. We have a second repossession and the Soul Herder still, so... Alright. Man, we just need to draw some more lands. So, as I said earlier, we'll put the 3 creatures on the Kavu. They do have double red, so they can pump it twice to kill the Sentinel plus 1 of the birds. Yeah, if we draw an untapped land next turn, we can go Barricade plus like tap with Drawbridge too. If anybody's wondering why I didn't return the Missionary and then kick the Missionary for Chaplain, it's because I already have so much gas in my hand. I think just getting the Chaplain online made sense. Oh, okay. So they also had charge. Interesting. Well, that's the last card in their hand now. So no big deal. Barricade. Make a bird. Pass. Drawbridge their outright. Well, actually, we don't even need to drawbridge their outrider anymore if we don't want to. We have good blocks. But probably still will. Actually, maybe we just sack a bird and draw a card. Like if they attack with... Maybe we let them attack with Outrider, block with bird, sack it and draw. I think the only other the only card we're afraid of now is a second charge, and they would have to top deck it. See, what other walls do I have left in my deck? I have 1 more Barricade and 2 more Sentinels. So if we hit a 7th land, I can tutor for another Barricade and play it immediately for 2 walls and 2 birds. Okay. Sack a bird, draw a card, gain a life. Great. Land 7, but it enters tapped. Extinguishes under good draw. Okay. Alright, well this turn I'm gonna arrest then. I think I'm gonna get rid of their picker. Ooh, they have a card in their hand that they didn't want to rummage away. That's kind of scary. Oh sure, just more tokens. So we'll tap the Outrider this turn, I think. I think the Kabu of theirs could still attack technically, because if I like block with Barricade or Bird, I think they want to get my Barricade off the battlefield. Yeah, that makes sense. And since we have another Barricade, I'm going to go ahead and make that block. Just whittling down their creatures is really good for us. Okay. Good. Sure, that's fine. Shield Wall Sentinel. Let's grab another Shield Wall Sentinel. Shield Wall Sentinel. Let's grab another Shield Wall Sentinel. Pass. Very hard for them to attack into this right now without drawing something. So now we've thinned out our deck, hopefully drawing ever closer towards repossession. I think I'm going to pass this turn with Drawbridge and Extinguish open and Prophecy. These are all fine, irrelevant cards. Yikes, okay. Take the untap land. There's the soul. Perfect. So we play the wall. Only have 9 cards left in my deck, so I have to be a little bit careful. But soon we're going to start killing their flyers and then attacking with ours. Nine cards. I'm going to go to 8, then 7. We need to fade them drawing what? Fade them drawing exactly charge now? So I hit him for 5. It'd be 1 short, so we wait 1 turn and then we attack next turn. Put on a quick 2-turn air clock. Nice, great draw. Alright. Kill the reach creature. Extinguish the flyer. Gain 3. And ship the birdies. Pass. Grabbing back Ellis would be pretty nasty too, because then even a Wrath wouldn't save them. Elden Strike Team. Alright, GG's. That'll do her. Doesn't matter. Grind, 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 baby. All that with only one chaplain in the deck is so insane. Alright, 2-0 now. Or sorry, rank 2 now, 3-0. We will keep on going. On to our next game. Hopefully you don't see any kale in my teeth. Just had some kale chips. This just looks like a good black-white hand with a random mana worker in it. Some pretty good synergy here. We have Soul Tender into potentially a Missionary if we mill one of our worthwhile cards. Blue-white. Battlewing Mystic. Oh, hello, my little chaplain friend. Alright, well, let's lead with Ellis as always, if we have it on turn 2. If it doesn't die, we're going to start gaining some life. Go for the barricade. And then I'll go ahead and attack. If they have like a artillery blast, you got me. Look at that. They had the artillery blast. Alright, once again, we are in the position where I really want to hit my 4th land. Please? Please, land number 4? That's pretty bad for us. I guess I'm just going to play the Soul Tender out and pass. Build 2 lands and a Destroy Evil. The thing is, if I can resolve Chaplain, none of those cards matter, and I don't need to waste my Bone Splinters, but this might be the pivotal turn, because now, if they have like a counter, or I don't hit my 4th land, yeah. That's really, really bad for us. So I'm going to go with Mana Worker here, and then I guess sack the Mana Worker. Because I think I need to keep these 2 to block the Phalanx profitably. Pretty brutal. No, that's not good. I'm gonna double block and they're gonna have take up a shield and draw a card. Or same thing, destroy evil, draw a card. Well, good beats. Not much you can do about that. We have an 18 land deck and we can't seem to find our 4th land. Alright, so I'm going to take 6 and go to 4. And then maybe if we draw an untapped land next turn, maybe there is a very small chance. That's way too late though, it feels like. Yeah. Man. I just don't have any good blocks with Wrath active. Alright, GG's. Kind of unlucky. I think we pretty easily win there if we hit our 4th land on curve. Although I guess I didn't draw any of my Shield Wall Sentinels. Maybe I just cut one of the Mana Workers for... Let's just cut one of the mana workers. We'll go to 1840 instead of 1841. Okay, on to our game number 5 after that unfortunate game previously. Oof, that looks like a mulligan to me. And that looks a lot better. Once again, we need to find our 4th land. Pitch the Soul Herder there. We can go turn 2 Mana Worker, turn 3 Wrath. Perfect, there's our 4th land. Yeah, playing against the Busteds. I guess we wanna get the Barricade out now and just curve with walls. I'll be pretty happy if they just pump the Firebrand and attack. So if I block with Mana Worker, they're forced to pump. That is super tempting, but we'll go ahead and just take the hit for 3. Not until we get Wrap online do I think we want to do that. Oh, Ellis is pretty good here too, actually. Ellis into Wrath. Nah. Let's just go grab the Chaplain and start doing stuff. Okay. Huh. Alright, well, let's force them to pump then. And that'll eat up 3 of their mana to do so. They probably weren't expecting this. Whoa, what? Oh, so they have an Essence Scatter in their hand. Wait. What on earth just happened? Okay. I'm confused, but I like it. I like what just happened. And once again, we just want to draw lands. I mean, I could even see running 19 lands in this deck, no joke. With 5 Shield Wall Sentinels, 2 Barricades. Sure. Bounce a bird, I guess, and then pass. Just keep thinning. We just want to bide our time. The longer the game goes, the more likely we're going to win, but we just need to find lands. Kind of frustrating that we can't find any. I mean, what can you do? Like 60% of our deck is land, and we just can't find it. I know we can cast all of our spells, basically, but it's still kind of frustrating that with this many lands, we're getting so screwed. Alright, this is an easy triple block with Shield Wall Sentinels. Puts 3 power in front of their Kavu. Okay. Deal. Hey, land! We finally did it. So next turn we can go Ellis plus Barricade or whatever. Start gaining a lot of our life back. The infantry is their scariest creature because it has trample, so in conjunction with like Twinferno and whatnot, we have to be a little bit careful, or if they find a Balmor. But I'll be feeling pretty good once we get this Raph on, or not Raph, the Ellis online and start gaining a bunch of life. Geyser, a birdie. Yeah, they can actually attack the infantry this turn. Oh wait, did they not kick the Geyser? So maybe they have shore up too? In that case, we want to triple block the amplifier. Alright, that's a deal. Finding our lands, yay. LS into Barricade, gain 2 life. Keep the bird pressure on. Yep, that's good. We don't care about that. So now we're going to set up for Wrath Lethal next turn. Well, I guess it's probably better to get rid of their infantry with the arrest and play it safe now, actually. Oh, they have a negate. Nice. Sure. Well, if I draw a white source, we still kill him next turn with birds in the air. Plus, with Ellis ability, if some number of our creatures die, they end up losing a lot of life too. Yeah, alright. I'm so tempted to add 19 lands total. No joke. It's just too important for this deck to always hit its 4th land, but we will continue to run. 18. GG, go next. 4-1 now. On to the next game. Ooh, no white sources here. This hand is a little bit sketchy. I have the Prophecy for card draw on 3, but because we're on the draw with nothing to do, if the opponent comes out of the gates quickly, we could very easily lose if I keep this. It's pretty tempting to keep, though. Alright, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I will tell you right now, Plains is not one I want to see, because white decks are usually very aggressive. Yep. Plains? Okay, Barricade was a good draw. So I'm probably gonna have to Barricade next turn. Hopefully we just draw the 4th land naturally. Sure. Perfect. Okay, that's beautiful. So even if they kill my Barricade, we still have Missionary kicked next turn then. Yeah, that's fine. Even better if they have nothing, of course. We go land here, pass, hold up Extinguish, and if they don't do anything, we can just Prophecy. Although there's a chance that I'm going to want to use Extinguish here. Like, I'm definitely blocking their Steel Crusher. They can gain a life and scry 1. But with Missionary in hand and Repossession, we definitely want to go for a grind style. Good. 2 for 2. Okay, I lied. I'm actually going to now instead play a little bit conservatively. That's good. Alright, let's go grab Chaplain. We don't need to kick the Missionary net yet. The Chaplain is so good versus Boros because they often go really, really wide. Wow, they're gonna arrest my Sentinel? It's a surprise, but they must have another removal spell in their hand. Okay. I mean, even if they kill the Sentinel next, or the Chaplain next turn, we still have the bird to block the Herbalist. This is just an easy block. And I like blocking both, because if they do have charge, we force it out of their hand. Sure. And we just have the Missionary to buy it back anyways. Now I have a 2/3 lifelink. I'm at 17 life. They can't attack into it without having more tricks. That's not good enough. Good. And we just want lands. All lands, all day. Next turn we get to start attacking with our Missionary. Alright, so... I'm gonna play around charge by double blocking the Baird, so that the Baird dies if they do have charge. Perfect. And we don't mind the Chaplain dying, because we have the repossession, so... this was good for us. Now we go... repossession, Wingmantle, Missionary. We can just go Ellis plus Wrath this turn. No need to get cute. I'm still at 16 life. And that, my friends, is how you do it. Alright, back to number 2. And that puts us at, what, 4-1, 5-1? I don't remember. 5-1, nice. So 2 more wins, get that trophy. Yeah, like this is one of my better Chaplain decks I've ever drafted. I think I'm maybe a little bit light on the removal, but like we have so many ways to recur the Chaplain. I think our worst card to see is like Terra Sunder, right? Terra Sunder to exile my Chaplain without any recourse. Because like I said, if it does get removed from game by an enchantment source like Arrest or Binding or Leyline, whatever, we do have 1 Destroy Evil for that, but anyways. Okay, we're playing against another Mythic player finally, yay. This is the beginning of the season when, as of recording, so there aren't many. This is a snap keep on the draw, and let's find some lands. Perfect, there's one. Can we find another? Hey, we did. Alright, so we can go Ellis here, tap land next turn. And then Shield Wall on turn 4. I'm going to be a little bit tempted to just run out the Missionary next turn as well. Oh. Yeah, I kind of like just running out the Missionary. Because we have 2 removal spells. We might not even need to do the wall plan here. Okay. I'm fine with that. Let's start the Chaplain business. I don't care about that. Nice. These are all cards that are very irrelevant. Awesome draw there. Alright, so we're going to gain 3 life, make 2 birds. And this is exactly where we want to be. I mean, we have to be careful of like a charge. But other than that, there's not much to fear. Get rid of the Torii. Start attacking. That doesn't matter. They only have 1 card left in their hand. Yep, snap double block. Love it. They lose another life. Let's go Wrath. Plus Barricade this turn. It's the most efficient. Plus that sets us up where we can just start pumping our birds if we want to. Because we have the Ellis Ill Core, whenever we lose a creature, they're also losing. I mean, I'm at 30 life right now. Pretty miserable spot for a Mardu aggro deck. Okay. So if we want to, we can destroy Evil That, but we're not going to need to. It's fine. Actually, I could just take 4. Sure. Start just grabbing more Sealed Wall Sentinels. Gaining more life. Sorry, friend. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. That ain't gonna cut it at all. Actually, another Plains wins here. That's not it. How close are we to killing them? Very close, but not quite. I'm having a good time. I don't think our opponent is. They're Mardu aggro and I'm at 32. You got me. Alright, clean! That puts us to a lovely 6-1. Just need to win one of the next 2 games, so hopefully we just make it easy and win the next one for the... well, not perfects, but 7-1. No sweat. Go next. Okay, what is hopefully our final game, 6-1, moving on. Our hand looks pretty good on the play, again, and this is a story we keep saying. We just need to draw lands. There's one. One more land, and basically the deck functions perfectly. Cycling the Timely. Ooh, blue-red. Well, they might be able to pressure us. Main phase discards Fire Nado. Alright, dealer. I need a land next turn, please. I've got 15 left in the deck. Just under 50%. Can you give it to me? Okay. We did it! Success! A land has been acquired. It's even untapped. I am very concerned that the opponent's not doing anything, though. I'm gonna go for Soul Tender here, instead of running out the Chaplain. They might have, like, a Firestorm with this type of play. I don't care about that. Sure. Alright. Tapped out. Chaplain time. Will not be surprised if they go Firestorm here. Okay. This has to be Firestorm. If it is Firestorm, they lose a lot of life, though. 2, 4, 6. They'll go down to 12. Yep. Oh, nice card. Wow, double terror. Let's go ahead and just be efficient here and arrest one of those immediately. Hoping that they don't have a shore up for the next one or something. They did all that in the wrong order. Defiler into the double terror would have been sweet for them. 3 cards left in their hand. I mean, there aren't that many blue permanent creatures in the format that are worthwhile, so I don't think I need to kill the Defiler immediately by, like, going Drawbridge into Bone Splinters. Obviously, they could have more Tolarian Tears or whatever, but that's fine. 3 cards still in hand. I'm at 14. They did have another scatter, that's fine. I'm gonna go Drawbridge. Splinters. Pass. I love seeing that card. That doesn't do anything. I don't like seeing that card because that does do something. They might just immediately make a 4/4. Yeah, I like that play a lot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I might be dead. I mean, there was a way to play around Firestorm, and that was maybe hold off. Oh, the last card's a Mystic. Well, what are you gonna do? Firestorm and Elder Dragonstorm. And wait, Elder Dragon War would have completely wrecked me too, wouldn't it have? Yeah, their deck was, like, built for me. Gross. Am I dead on board? Block, block. I'm not dead on board. I'm at 1 on board. Oh, that'll do her. Alright, GG's. Well, that's one way to beat the Chaplain deck, my friends. Your opponent has a Firestorm and a Elder Dragon War. Completely brutal. So on the turn right before they Wrathed, I guess I could have just not developed out too much more and, like, held up the Tide Turner ability or something. I mean, that was going to be hard. They went Wrath into double Tolarian Terror. I don't know what you can do about that. You know, and then they had Elder Dragon War even if I did rebuild. So rare wraths are good. GG's. On to the final boss now. Game number 9. 6 and 2. We are on the play. We need to find... What is it? 1 land. I like running the missionary out here on turn 2 on the play, given my hand. If they don't have like a lightning strike, we're going to be able to get in for some nice lifelink damage here. Okay, I need 1 land, please. In case we find a tap land here, I think this is right. I can't believe how frustrating this is. Are you for real? Holy smokes. Milled 2 land. Oh, milled 2 green lands. Shoot. So I'm not going to be able to kick Repossession without Mana Worker anymore. Man. I was debating if I wanted to destroy evil and attack for 3, but I think since we drew the blue source, I'd rather wait for Wrath and then destroy evil, draw a card. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sack it in response so they don't get to card, and I don't have, like, I have so many things to do in my hand, I think it's worth sacking and trying to find a land. I wonder if they have a scatter in their hand. Let's go for the Sentinel this turn instead of the Wrath. Yep. Pretty obvious. Mindsinger, steal my Soul Tender. Annoying. Ooh, Ellis was a great draw. Wow. So we get to go Ellis into Wrath, into Destroy Evil the Mindsinger, draw a card, get back our soul. Oh yeah. Okay, that was nice. That was a huge swing. What is that doing in their deck? Sure. Wow, pretty good. Okay. Let's... Let me grab Ellis here. Ellis. Extinguish. Smack for 3. Ellis trades straight up for Outrider anyways. If we want to. I don't even think we want to. They have a Chaplain in their hand. Or not a Chaplain, sorry, a... Jeez, they have, yeah, the Mind Control. They have the Repossession to get back the Mind Control. That's gross. Okay. Sure. Once again, I really wish I had an 8th land. Because here comes the Mind Singer. I mean, now that I've grabbed the Chaplain, they might wait. Oh, no, they're just going to full kick it. That's fine. Pretty happy with this, I think. They have one unknown card in their hand. Gosh, why? It's gonna be so miserable if I lose this game. Do I have a... I've already used my Extinguish. I need to draw like Bone Splinters. Oh my god. Please don't let me lose like this. So let's see. Chump, chump, chump. Did they draw another Urborg Repossession? Man. This is a really frustrating loss. All of these losses have been frustrating. Sheesh. Good beats. I mean, their draw was obviously crazy too. That Mind Singer soloed us. Maybe I messed up somewhere along the way. I wouldn't doubt that as well, but... definitely easier just to say I'm salty. So I'm effectively at 2 life because they have the other Outrider in hand. Yeah, good play. We're actually not doing so bad anymore, surprisingly. We're still in a bad spot, but it's not as bad as it seems. Although I cannot eat creatures. If I eat 2 creatures, Ellis pings me for 2 and then I die to the Marias, so... This is like chump, bounce, bounce, bounce. And that'll force them pump with the Root Walla. Okay. Alright, I'm at 2. Can't cast that one, obviously. Let's see. Alright, so we pass. We tap. We might be able to pull this off, but it's going to be really hard. We're dead to so many things, it's crazy. The birds are saving us, though, and there's time. Okay, there's Ellis going into the red zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. So we trade for the Ellis now. Force them to pump the root wall if they want to kill it. Okay, I sack the shield wall, go to 3, gain a life. I mean, look at their board state. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I mean... Go back up to 5. Chaplain, get 3 more walls. I need them to brick for a turn or two. They do not have a third repossession, do they? Oh my god, they do. Or there's nothing in their graveyard, at least, if that's what they're looking at. Okay. Chump. 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 Force a pump. Force a pump. Okay. Alright, they didn't pump the chaplain. That's fine. How do I survive, though? Grab Ellis back, I guess? Okay, they're starting to attack with fewer creatures here. This is crazy. Okay, they're still not pumping to kill the chaplain. I'm actually whittling down their board somewhat, too. Hopefully they just have 3 lands in their hand. Alright, well that doesn't trample, at least. What do I have? I have a Bone Splinters left in my deck. I don't actually know if I have that many ways to win anymore, then. Missionary. Pick missionary. Back Ellis. I need to start milling them, but I don't know if I have that luxury. Oh, this was such a crazy game, but the repossession on the double Mindsinger, or the Mindsinger with double repossession, I think was what killed us. There might have been a better way to survive too. I'm sure there was. So we can go here, here. Yeah. That probably kills us. Because we have nothing but lands and bone splinters left. So, GG's. Now they just get to repossession. Oh yeah, they get to repossession double Outrider back. Damn. Alright, good game. I don't have enough win cons left, and they have 13 cards, so I can't mill them out with Colony. Ah, so brutal! So our first loss was to not hitting our 4th land. Our second loss was to Firestorm and Elder Dragon War deck. And then our third loss, I don't know what happened there. It feels like I was missing lands for a while, but really they had a lot of good grind out value too. They had like some strong rares grind out, right? The Mindsinger stealing my creatures 3 times in essence. They played it the first time, they repossessioned it back, they repossessioned it back again, so they were able to grind out better than I did. But man, this was a really, really sweet Chaplain deck. I'm sad we did not get to 7 wins because we had some really awkward draws. But that's the way it goes sometime. If I ran it back, I might have gone with even 19 lands. That's how badly we needed, like every single game, every single time it was like, I just need to draw a 4th land, I just need to draw a 4th land. And when we didn't, we usually lost, so. Good stuff, good deck, hopefully you enjoyed. That was a nice little grind out. For now, thanks for watching, we'll see you back tomorrow, bye-bye.